My parents told me, leave the key, get out. The bank called me owner. Y'all, I'm Sarah from Dallas, and my fight crushed their lies. This Reddit stories ain't rage, it's revenge. Taking back my home from drama family theft. Ever been kicked out by kin you trusted? Drop your city below. What's your drama story spark? Smash that like, subscribe for more Reddit heat. My hands fumbled with a lavender-scented towel in my deep Elm kitchen, June 2024. The Dallas heat thick through my blinds. A brisket steaming on my oak table set with Grandma's chipped china. I'd paid every dime for this house. Office grind, night shifts, sweat. Hoping tonight's dinner might earn Frank, Ellen, and Lily's nod. Lily's art trips always got Ellen's "she's our star." My promotions just shrugs. I wanted them to see me, see my home, built from years of hustle they'd never backed. I smoothed my denim skirt, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my stomach nodding as Frank's truck crunched gravel outside. Clara's, "Don't trust 'em, Sarah," buzzed from her text, but I shook it off, arranging name cards. Frank at the head, Ellen right, Lily across. I'd scrubbed since dawn, laminated cards at work, picturing Frank's "you've done well, Sarah," not his usual too headstrong jab from my college days. By 6:35, my wine bottle was straight, my grin practiced, ready for their tires to signal hope. The doorbell rang. Frank's "good bones this place" booming as he stepped in, eyes scanning like he was pricing a flip. Ellen grazed the mantel, her silence louder than Lily's "smells like food," her suede boots tracking dust on my twice-mopped floor. "Welcome, y'all," I said, serving salad, my voice soft, plates heavy. They sat, Lily scrolling her phone, Frank eyeing my hardwood. "House this size," he said. "Lot for one gal, ain't it?" I smiled tight. "It's mine." No one touched the salad. Ellen glancing at the clock. Lily's nice setup sharp, like she was casing it. I caught my promotion slipping unsaid. My cobbler, hand-cut apples, ignored. Frank stood, napkin folded, his jaw set like when I'd picked my own car at 18. "We've talked," he said, eyes cold. "This house is family property now. Time you refocus." My chest caved. Ellen's "it's best, honey," faint, Lily's "not personal," a blade. "You're moving back to your old room," Frank added. I stood, chair scraping, my voice low. "I'm the owner." Frank's "we'll sort it" was thin, Lily hauling my green college suitcase from the hall, its thump a gavel. "Essentials packed," she said, her grin sharp, Ellen's "don't fuss" slicing deep. My throat locked, their eyes blank. My home, my sweat, a con they'd scripted. I grabbed my phone, wallet, polished keys, laying them by my untouched wine glass, the china gleaming like a lie. Outside, the Dallas air bit cold, my suitcase thumping in my trunk as I climbed into my car. I didn't cry. That'd give 'em too much. I drove, oak-lined streets blurring, Nora's, their snakes, grounding me like a Texas oak. I'd paid their water bill, Lily's art camp, for their family, got a suitcase for it. Frank's "good bones," Lily's "smooth," Ellen's "silence." They'd planned this, rewriting me out. My phone buzzed, an unknown number, but I let it ring, my jaw tight. Flashback to last spring, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid their electric bill, Lily's "Paris shows big, loud." Ellen beamed, said, "She's our light." I stood there, my savings drained. No beam, no thanks. Frank muttered, "Sarah's steady," his pat cold. I thought family was giving till you broke. I parked at a gas station, neon buzzing, my hands steady on the wheel. They thought I'd walk away, their family property concept, but I'd fought through office shifts, their lies, my pride, to own this home. Clara's "you're enough" was my truth, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. That buzzing voicemail waited, a spark I'd answer soon. They'd learn real quick what owner meant when I came back swinging. Ever trusted kin and lost it all? Drop it below. My hands gripped the wheel at a Deep Ellum gas station. June 2024. The Dallas night buzzing with neon. My denim skirt creased from hauling my green suitcase into my car's trunk. Frank's family property eviction and Lily's smooth suitcase thump from last night's dinner still stung like a fresh slap. Their new locks on my Oak Cliff house, paid with my office grind, cutting me out of my life. I dropped my keys on their table, thinking family meant trust, but their con left me with a lavender-scented towel and a buzzing phone. I slumped in the driver's seat, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly, my stomach nodding as Clara's "They're snakes, Sarah," echoed from her text. My phone lit up. Midwestern Bank flashing, the voicemail I'd ignored in my days. "This is Sarah," I said, voice flat. The gas pumps hum sharp. "Miss Bennett," the banker chirped, "we're confirming changes to your mortgage account. No co-owners, right?" My breath caught. "Co-owners?" I choked. "Just me." Papers rustled. Frank and Ellen Bennett tried adding themselves. "You're the sole owner." My jaw dropped, the neon blurring. Sole owner? I'd paid every dime. Mortgage, taxes, leaks, while Frank praised Lily's star glow. They'd forged papers thinking I'd fold? Clara's "Check it, Sarah," buzzed in my head, grounding me like a Texas oak. "They don't own a brick," I said, my voice steady now. "Lock it down." The banker's "accounts secure" landed like a lifeline, but my home, my sweat, was theirs. A stranger's boots in my kitchen, per my neighbor's "they're moving in" whisper. I drove back, my heart pounding, oak-lined streets glowing under streetlights. My key jammed, the lock new and shiny. A woman, early 20s, joggers, unfamiliar hoodie, opened my door, her "You, Sarah? They said you left," raw, like I was a ghost. My chest burned, Ellen's curtains in my windows, my rug gone, Lily's essentials packed, a knife. "This is my house," I growled, hands shaking. She shrugged, her Frank's orders cold. I'd clawed through night shifts, closing costs, their shade for this, and they'd rewritten my life like a cheap lease. "Get out," I said, voice low, but she shut the door, the lock clicking. My suitcase thumped in my trunk, Clara's "Get to Nora's" sharp in my ear. I drove to Nora's Deep Ellum apartment, the city's hum wrapping me tight. Nora opened her door, her "What did they do?" soft, my tears spilling. "They stole my house," I choked, my skirt tangling as I sank onto her couch. "Bank says I'm the owner, but they're living in it." Nora's coffee mug hit my hands, her drawl fierce. "We'll fight, Sarah. They ain't winning." My phone buzzed. A voicemail from Lily, saved from the gas station. "Don't come back, Sarah. No albums, no drama. It's smooth now." My laugh was raw, bouncing off Nora's walls. Smooth? I'd paid their water bill, Lily's art camp, and got a stranger in my home for it. Their family property was a con, and I'd been their mark too long. Nora's "Get a lawyer" landed hard. Clara's "You're enough," my shield. "They forged papers, Nora," I said, my voice steady. "I'm the owner." Flashback to last fall. Their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid their electric bill. Lily's Paris shows big, loud. Ellen beamed, said, "She's our light." I stood there, my savings drained. No beam, no thanks. Frank muttered, "Sarah's steady," his pat cold. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, Nora's "We'll burn 'em" fierce, my coffee mug warm. Frank's good bones, Ellen's silence, Lily's voicemail. They thought they'd erase me, but I'd caught their lie. My home, my sweat, was mine, and I'd fight for every brick. Lily wanted smooth? She'd face the bank. Frank wanted family? He'd face the truth. I gripped my phone. Clara's "You're free," my resolve, hard as Dallas oak. They'd learn real quick what owner meant when I came back swinging. Ever had Kin's lies unravel fast? Drop it below. My hands hovered over Nora's laptop in her Deep Ellum apartment. July 2024. The Dallas dawn creeping through her blinds. A chipped coffee mug steaming beside a kolache from the corner cafe. Frank's family property eviction and Lily's no albums voicemail from June's gas station fight burned like a fresh wound. The bank's sole owner call confirming their forged co-ownership attempt raw in my mind. My Oak Cliff house, paid with my office grind, was crawling with their stranger, Ellen's curtains in my windows, and I was done being their mark. Nora's, "We'll fight, Sarah," fueled me. Her couch, my war room. I clicked play, my stomach twisting, the jukebox from a nearby bar thumping faintly. My home's security footage flickered. Ellen opening my office drawers, calm, methodical, muttering, "No need for these," tossing my photo albums. My jaw tightened. Her family first, from last Christmas, a lie sharper than my lavender towel left behind. Clara's, "That's proof, Sarah," buzzed from last night's call, fierce as Texas oak. "Get a lawyer," she'd said. "They're thieves." I froze the frame on Ellen's hands, my albums, my sweat, erased like I was nothing. My phone buzzed. Lily's voicemail, saved from the gas station. "Don't come back, Sarah. No albums, no drama. Smooth now." My laugh was raw, bouncing off Nora's walls. Smooth? I'd paid their water bill, Lily's art camp, and got a stranger in my home for it. Their family property was a con, and I'd been their mule too long. I saved the clip, Nora's "Get Barbara" landing hard. Barbara Herrera, Clara's lawyer pick, was my shot to torch their game. Barbara arrived, her boots clicking on Nora's hardwood, her drawl clipped. "Show me, Sarah." I played the footage, Lily's voicemail, the bank's email, Frank and Ellen's co-ownership attempt time-stamped, her pen scratched, her cease and desist first step firm. "They're trespassing, forging, stealing. We'll lock 'em out." My chest eased. Clara's "Nail 'em" echoing. Then Barbara's "Check your credit" hit like a gut punch. I logged in, my hands shaking. 2 inquiries, a department store card, a credit card, both from their IP address, my name, their theft. My breath caught, the neon outside blurring. "Identity theft?" I choked. Nora's "They're snakes," fierce. Barbara's "They crossed a line" was cold. Her "We'll file fraud reports, add it to the case," sharp. I'd clawed through night shifts, closing costs, their shade, to own that house. And now they'd gone for my name? Frank's "We'll sort it" from dinner, Ellen's napkin shredding, Lily's essentials packed. They'd planned this, a blueprint to erase me. I forwarded old emails. Ellen's "Need your SSN for taxes." Frank's "Send your W-2." My trust their weapon. "File it all," I said, my voice low. Ellen's drawer rifling looping in my head. Barbara nodded. Her "Weeks of trespass, plus fraud, ironclad, a lifeline." Nora poured coffee. Her "They underestimated you," fierce. "They scripted my life," I growled. My skirt creased from pacing. Lily's "No albums" wasn't just shade. It was theft, wiping my past like I'd never lived there. I'd paid their electric, their taxes, and got my identity for it. Their con was crumbling, and I'd light the match. My phone pinged. A neighbor's text. "Stranger's still in your place, Sarah. New furniture, too." My stomach dropped. Frank's "Good bones," raw. They'd swapped my frames, my rug, like I'd vanished. Clara's "They're bold" buzzed, my hands steady now. "Add it," I told Barbara, forwarding the text. She scribbled. Her "Will subpoena records," sharp. Nora's "You're enough," grounded me, the BBQ joint smoke curling outside. I'd fought through office grind, their lies, my pride, to own that house. Barbara's "We serve 'em tomorrow" sealed it, my resolve hard as Dallas oak. "They're after my name, my home," I said, my voice steady. "Frank, Ellen, Lily, they forged, They stole. Nora's nod was fierce, her "you'll win" a vow. Their family property was a con, and I wasn't their shadow no more. I'd burn their lies to the ground, brick by brick. Flashback to last winter, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid their gas bill. Lily's Paris shows big, loud. Ellen beamed, said, "She's our light." I stood there, my savings drained. No beam, no thanks. Frank muttered, "Sarah's steady," his pat cold. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, the city's neon flickering, my mug cooling. Lily's voicemail, Ellen's footage, Frank's forgery. They thought they'd erase me, but I'd caught 'em. My home, my name, was mine, and I'd fight for every inch. They'd learn real quick what owner meant when I came back swinging. Ever caught kin stealing your life? Drop it below. My boots scuffed the Dallas courthouse steps. August 2024. The summer heat sticking to my denim skirt. A manila folder heavy in my fist, its edges sharp as Frank's family property claim and Lily's no albums voicemail from July's laptop clash. Ellen's security footage, rifling my Oak Cliff drawers, played in my head, my home, paid with my office grind, stolen by their forged bank scam and identity theft attempts. Barbara's cease and desist had stopped their trespass, but today's trial would burn their con to ash. Nora's "let 'em choke on their lies" from last night fueled me, her notepad clutched tight beside me. I stood at the plaintiff's table, oak pews creaking with neighbors' nods. Clara's "own it, Sarah" buzzing from her morning text. Frank's suit loomed across the aisle, Ellen's gaze dodging, Lily's scarf primped like it mattered. My stomach twisted. The jukebox from a deep Ellen bar I'd passed thumping in memory. I'd clawed through night shifts, closing costs, their shade, to own that house, and they'd forged my SSN, my W-2s, to steal it. Barbara's sole owner opened, her drawl sharp. Sarah paid every dime, mortgage, taxes, hers alone, defendants forged co-ownership, tried credit fraud. The judge's eyes narrowed, Frank's misunderstanding low and shaky. Barbara played Lily's voicemail. "Don't come back, Sarah. No albums. Smooth now." Its crackle slicing the room. Gasps rippled. Ellen's hands trembling, Lily's scarf limp. "Trespass, forgery, identity theft," Barbara said, flashing Ellen's footage, her drawer rifling frozen on screen, then credit inquiries in my name. They erased her. My throat burned. Not pain, but fire. I'd paid their water bill, Lily's art camp, and got my identity for it. Their family property was a lie, and the truth was torching it. I took the stand, my voice steady. "I paid every brick, Judge. They forged papers, locked me out, put a stranger in my home, used my SSN for cards." Frank's "we supported her" faltered, his eyes dodging. Barbara dropped the bank's email, co-ownership attempt time-stamped, then my W-2 email to Frank, his "for taxes" a trap. "Fraud inquiry opened," she said, the judge's gavel poised. "Sole owner, Miss Bennett," she ruled, her voice iron. "Vacate immediately, restraining order upheld." Cheers erupted. Nora's "You got him," loud, my chest light like a Texas breeze. Frank's fist clenched, Ellen's gasp choked, Lily's shared responsibility raw, but the gavel fell. Done. I stepped down, Clara's "You're free" sharp, oak pews warm with support. Barbara's "Financial crimes units movin'" landed soft, my boots steady. Outside, a reporter's "Justice, Miss Bennett?" hit me. "It's a start," I said, my voice low, Nora's nod fierce. Frank's roofing firm was bleeding clients. Per Clara's "folks are dropping him" text, his good bones, a con the town now saw. I drove home, oak-lined streets glowing, my key working, the stranger gone. A photo waited on my porch, a red X over my childhood bed, "Your room," scrawled in marker. My stomach dropped. Frank's "We'll sort" from dinner raw. Clara's "They're desperate" buzzed, my hands steady as I filed it with Barbara. "Police report too," I said, her got it firm. They'd swapped my rug, my albums, my name, thinking I'd break. But I wasn't their mark no more. Nora swung by, her coffee warm, her "Frank's name's Mud" fierce. "Lily's off some fancy speaker list too." My laugh was raw, the BBQ joint's smoke curling outside. I'd paid their gas bill, their taxes, and got a red X for it. Their family property was a con, now public. A neighbor's "You're a badass, Sarah," from yesterday's kolache drop-off echoed, their brisket plate in my fridge. I'd built this home, not for their legacy, but mine. Flashback to last winter, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid their electric bill, Lily's Paris shows big, loud. Ellen beamed, said, "She's our light." I stood there, my savings drained. No beam, no thanks. Frank muttered, "Sarah's steady," his pat cold. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood in my kitchen, oak table gleaming, my mug cooling. Frank's forgery, Ellen's theft, Lily's voicemail. They thought they'd erase me, but I'd burned their lies. My home, my name, was mine, and I'd fight for every brick. They'd learn real quick what owner meant when their con crashed. Ever won against kin's lies in court? Drop it below. My Oak Cliff kitchen glowed with new stained glass light. December 2024. The Dallas morning crisp through my open window. A sweet tea mug sweating beside a kolache wrapper from a Deep Ellum cafe. My courtroom win, sole owner, had torched Frank and Ellen's forged bank scam, their identity theft, and Lily's "no albums" voicemail buried under August's gavel. The red X photo threat sat in my police file, my home, paid with my office grind, mine again. Nora's "You're a badass, Sarah" buzzed from our last brunch, my oak floors gleaming with reclaimed peace. I leaned against my counter, my denim skirt swaying, my office mentorship poster pinned to the fridge. Frank's roofing empire was gone, clients shunning him after his fraud hit local news. Per Clara's "He's a pariah" text. Lily's speaker gigs were canceled, her LinkedIn quiet. Ellen's retail job at the mall a whispered shame. Miss June's gossip sharp. I'd clawed through night shifts, their lies, to rise. My new curtains, cream, hand-hemmed, my own. "You good, Sarah?" Nora asked, dropping coffee, her drawl soft. "Solid," I said, grinning, my tea cool. My phone buzzed. A coworker. "Sarah? Mentoring new hires? You're a rock." I smiled, leading office workshops, my promotion steady. Lily's text followed. "I'm sorry, Sarah. Can we talk?" My jaw twitched. Her "smooth now" voicemail raw. "Talk don't fix locks," I muttered. Clara's "she's humbled," grounding me. I called her, my voice low. "You packed my life, Lil, for their con." Her sob cracked, her "I was jealous" faint. Nora's "keep boundaries" from our potluck hit hard. "Prove it with time," I said, hanging up, my tea cooling. Ellen's letter came, her scrawl shaky. "Sarah, I'm in therapy. Forgive me?" My chest tightened. Her family first, from last Christmas, a lie that cost me $300,000 in trust. "Forgiveness ain't reconnection," I growled. Clara's "she's reaping fierce." I called her, my voice iron. "You stole my name, Ellen, for Lily's glow." Her "I'm trying" was thin. Her mall cashier badge a far cry from Paris checks. "Actions, not words," I said, hanging up. Nora's "You're enough." My shield, my home's warmth, mine. I redecorated, drawer by drawer, tossing their blue curtains, their barn art, labeling spices my way. My living room rug, scratched but strong, bared my hardwood, my truth. Frank's voicemail hit. "I'm sorry, Sarah. Lost everything." My laugh was raw. His good bones a con the town shunned. Lost my home too, I muttered, forwarding it to Barbara. Her fraud cases grow infirm. I'd paid their gas bill, Lily's art camp, and got a red X for it. Their family property was ash, my mentorship, my home, my fire. Nora swung by, scrolling her phone. Ellen's name's mud at the mall, Sarah. Lily's selling sketches to eat. My chest eased. Miss June's, their ghosts, soft. I'd starved while Lily glowed, begged while Ellen lied. But my office roll, my new frames, Nora's courthouse snap, Mrs. Kavanaugh's tea, were mine. Clara's "You're free" buzzed. A neighbor's "You're our rock" from last week's kolache drop-off lingering. Their brisket tin on my counter. What's next? Nora asked, her eyes bright. Savin' lives, mentorin', I said, my resolve heart-shod. I'd fought through their con, my pride, to rebuild. Not for their legacy, but mine. Ellen's therapy, Lily's sketches, they were steps I'd watch, not carry. Frank's ruin, his sorry, he'd face his mess. My phone pinged. A mentee. Thanks for the tips, Sarah. I grinned, my future steady, my home warm. Flashback to last fall, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid their electric bill. Lily's Paris shows big loud. Ellen beamed, said, "She's our light." I stood there, my savings drained. No beam, no thanks. Frank muttered, "Sarah's steady," his pat cold. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stood, clearing my mug, the city's neon flickering, oak trees swaying outside. Nora's "You won" sparked a grin, her coffee warm. I'd torched their lies, reclaimed my home. They'd tried to erase me, but my mentorship, my frames, my floors lit my way. I wasn't their mark no more. I was Sarah, survivor, mentor, home. Ever rebuilt after kin's betrayal? Drop it below. My deep elm dining room hummed with Nora's chatter. June 2025. The Dallas evening thick with BBQ smoke. My sweet tea glass sweating as Mrs. Kavanaugh passed kolaches and Lily shared boutique sketches. My office mentorship badge gleamed. Frank's family property con and Ellen's $300,000 theft, a faded scar from last year's courtroom clash. My Oak Cliff home, paid with my grind, warm with stained glass light. Nora's "You're our rock" buzzed from last week's brunch. My potluck a hearth for my chosen kin. I leaned against my oak table, my denim skirt loose, neon from a nearby bar flickering outside. Frank's roofing empire was dust, shunned by Dallas after his fraud hit news. Ellen's mall cashier job, her quiet shame. Lily's boutique, her redemption, per Miss June's gossip. I'd clawed through night shifts, their lies, to rise, mentoring new hires my flame. You good, Sarah? Nora asked, her drawl soft. Best yet, I said, grinning, my tea cool, Mrs. Kavanaugh's, my girl, warm. Lily handed me a sketch, her "It's sellin' shy," her Chanel days gone. Looks real, Lil, I said. Her "I'm sorry," from December raw but earnest. Why'd you help him? Mrs. Kavanaugh asked, eyes sharp. My throat caught. Lily's "No albums" voicemail flashing back. Some folks dim others to shine, I said, voice low. But we shine brighter, y'all. Ellen's nod. Her "I'm trying" soft, hit like a Texas sunrise. Her therapy a step I'd watch, not carry. Clara raised her glass, the crowd hushing. To Sarah, y'all, our fighter. Cheers erupted. Nora's "Damn right" loud. I smiled, my mug warm. To quiet strength, I said, my voice steady. Families who stays, not who steals. Nora's hug, Mrs. Kavanaugh's grin, Lily's "I'm proud," wrapped me like a quilt. I'd starved for Ellen's special, fought for my name, but my mentorship, my frames, Nora's courthouse snap, Kavanaugh's tea, were mine. Clara's U1 was my root, deep as Dallas oak. Miss June leaned in, her gossip sharp. Frank's in a rental, Sarah. Ellen's mall job's all she's got. My chest eased. Their Oak Cliff con, Frank's good bones, Ellen's drawers, buried. I'd fought through their fraud, my pride, to build this. Home, community, peace. A mentee's "Thanks, Sarah" text echoed, their kolache tin on my counter, my neighbors, my kin. Flashback to last fall, their Oak Cliff porch, 2023. I'd paid their electric bill. Lily's parish shows big, loud. Ellen beamed, said, "She's our light." I stood there, my savings drained. No beam, no thanks. Frank muttered, "Sarah's steady," his pat cold. I thought family was giving till you broke. I stepped onto my porch, deep elm neon glowing, oak trees swaying like sentinels. Ellen's "I'm proud," Lily's sketches. They were truths I'd hold 'em to, not chase. I'd torched their lies, reclaimed my home, my name. Frank's ruin, Ellen's shame, Lily's work. They'd face their mess. My phone buzzed. Clara. "Proud of you, Sarah." I pocketed it, free. I wasn't their mark no more. I was Sarah, survivor, mentor, home. The potluck's warmth hit me, oak shadows dancing like hope. Their con, Frank's forgery, Ellen's theft, Lily's greed, tried to erase me, but Nora's cheers, Kavanaugh's tea, my mentee's growth lit my way. I'd built a family that saw me, brick by brick, brighter than their shade. What's your piece after Kin's lies? Drop it below and subscribe to my channel for more Reddit stories that hit hard.